Hi, I'm going to demonstrate a little sort of idea that I have for OCE. I'm coming about it because this is something that I did in the AD2CP branch, and I've made a separate video on that, which anyone watching this might know already about that. Okay, so here's a little bit of setup. I'm in the Vim editor here, partly because the fonts in the updated RStudio are kind of hard to read, so I find it's just easier to use this. Okay, so the top window where the mouse is now, see the blue? That window is where I've got like an R file, and the bottom is going to an R session. So just going to run these lines, and I'm actually pressing a space to do these one by one. So I go to that. So if you've cloned the project, and you have to clone the AD2CP branch, AD2CP, like where my mouse is right there, at the end of that, this part there, AD2CP. Clone that, and then this will work for you. Okay, so let's see. So this tells you that it's a normal OCE object. We have a thing called data in there, and you can see that there are 4 things. These are 4 types of AD2CP. Now, what I'm saying here, I'm using AD2CP as an example, but it could apply to anything. Okay, so I'm going to clear the bottom screen. So you can presently do that in OCE. Let's scroll as you can see. So it's telling you these are some metadata that are in this particular object. It's not looking at the object type. It's looking at the actual object. So, I mean, like, for example, if I just went in, I mean, maybe I don't really necessarily want to do that, but if I went in and removed the power level from the metadata and I did this, then power level wouldn't appear there. Maybe I'll do that. So that removes it. And now if I do this again, the easy way to type is it should end with units. So there shouldn't be a line 13. And as you can see that it ends in, I don't know what I just said about line 13, but the thing that I wanted to remove is gone now. So it worked. Sorry, I didn't explain that very well. So I'm really more interested in the data thing here. So I think what would be nice would be if I could say, if I do that, I get everything. Okay, I'll do a through of it, and you can see what I get, all kinds of stuff. Maybe I'll just do it 1 level deep. So those are the things that you've got. I think it would be nice if you could do this. And that's going to just not give me anything, but I think it would be nice if it looked in the data slot of the object, whatever the object is, found out the names of things, and the response that it would give when you did this would be, it would be some message saying like, try one of the following, data/burst, or data/average, or data/etc. And now, granted, a person can use str for this, but I kind of think it's kind of nice to be able to do this. And I think I can see a way to do it generally so it'll work for all objects at once. Like, it doesn't mean coding for individual objects. So that would be the idea. So for an example, this str I've just typed, might even look arcane to you, but this is the thing that will tell me what is in the burst. So the burst has, what is in there? A bunch of stuff. I happen to know what most of these things mean. And included in that is an altimeter. Maybe let's just have a look at the altimeter then. The altimeter has those quantities in it. But the idea would be that if you did d thing data slash, and then you learn, oh, there's a thing called burst altimeter. Let's see what's inside that. So burst, and inside that is a thing called altimeter. the idea, and this will give, it won't give anything because it's not coded yet, but the idea is that this line would answer by saying, well, in that thing, you've got distance, quality, and status. And then potentially we could just have, like for an example, distance. That could be a way of getting within the data slot, within the item named burst, within its item named altimeter, and in that, an item named distance. That would then recover the numbers 42, 42.1. Actually, these are rounded, so it looks like they're all the same, but they're not all the same. It's just by rounding. Okay, so I think that's actually the end of the video. So this is a question for, I guess, other OCE co-developers and also for users. Does this extended version of the square bracket quote, allowing question mark and allowing slashes to get elements, is this useful, do you think? And part of that question is, would you prefer doing what I just did there to doing this, which is what you presently do? And I'm not really saying necessarily that I prefer the top one, but it might be easier for some people than the bottom one. I see this and immediately know what it means, but this might be clearer to people who don't immediately know. And just to end this, I'll just do ahead of it, and you'll see those numbers, which I was saying for the rounding. So 42, 42.1, etc. So these are the numbers. You know what they mean, I don't know. These are the distances that the altimeter is giving. This, and by the way, just to repeat something I've said before, this data set is really pretty wonky. This is a machine that was sitting inside a case, and it was told to not try for altimeter under 40 meters, I think was the number. And this is just what it's giving. You know, I don't know what that means. It means nothing is what I'm saying. Right, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to make a Git issue and put this link in there, and you could discuss it in that Git issue. So thanks again.